been delightful. We traveled from Atlanta. We flew in 2 days ago, our coven, and we've been partying around also. We had the opening ritual, and then we did our presentation for an hour. We got to talk about what it's like to be in an initiatory lineaged coven. I actually started taking classes in 1979 from my teacher in Atlanta, Georgia. And she came from a lady, it was Lady Galadriel and Lord Athenor in their tradition, their coven, which I was a part of. But they were taught by their teacher, which became our elder, and that was Lady Rhea. And Lady Rhea was really an old-time witch in that she was born in the 1920s, and she grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. And so they actually did things according to the family tradition. The kids met with the adults about once a moon, and they would hold hands and meditate and burn candles, and they called it the family way. They didn't call it Wicca or witchcraft. Well, they may have amongst themselves, but they called it the family way. And then that was in the 30s. And then she moved to New York after that, and she made some contacts with some people studying their more formal classes that were influenced by Khalil Gibran. And also some of her family members were from a Lebanese background, so I think they may have pointed her toward that family tradition with what was going on in the Wiccan uprising during that time, and created something that was a little more flexible and able for people during the late 70s, early 80s to get involved in. And that was the unicorn tradition. And then I eventually got my third degree, and then my husband was transferred to Austin. He was in the Air Force. And while I was here, a group of people came to me and wanted to take classes. So that's how I started the Grove of Phoenix Rising here in 1982. So now we are the Temple of the Rising Phoenix, and we are of the Phoenix tradition. But we're still teaching the basic tenets of what I learned back in the late 1970s. But of course, modernizing it, constantly upgrading it, making it more accessible and more aware of what else is going on in the Wiccan world and in the greater pagan world too. Then in this festival, Dracenius, or Derrick lands, he's actually our great granddaughter coven. His coven is an offshoot of our original one here 40 years ago in Austin. So that the religion is alive and well. If you don't give up, you just keep working at it and listening to the goddess, whatever she wants to tell you to do, just do it. That's my final word, just do it.